Hi everyone, Devorah Esther here. So happy to be with you all. And today I'm so excited to be sharing one of the most beloved stories ever told. Certainly it is one of my most beloved stories, and it's from Rebbe Nachman. And I think you'd have to be living under a rock not to know who Rebbe Nachman is. What a Torah giant, what a sage, such wisdom. His wisdom continues to affect people even to today. And sometimes I feel that his advice is probably more relevant now than it ever was. And I'm just so grateful to Hashem for creating such a neshama. And today's story is called The Turkey Prince. So I'm going to read it through and then I'll give you my little 2 cents. Not that anyone's asking for it, but I certainly will give it to you anyway. So here we go. The Turkey Prince. A royal prince once became mad and thought that he was a turkey. He felt compelled to sit naked under the table, pecking bones and pieces of bread like a turkey. The royal physicians all gave up hope of ever curing him of this madness, and the king suffered tremendous grief. A sage then came and said, "I will undertake to cure him." The sage undressed and sat naked under the table next to the prince, picking crumbs and bones. "Who are you?" asked the prince. "What are you doing here?" "And you," replied the sage, "what are you doing here?" "I am a turkey," said the prince. "I am also a turkey," said the sage. They sat together like this for some time until they became good friends. One day, the sage signaled the king's servant to throw him shirts. He said to the prince, "What makes you think that a turkey can't wear a shirt? You can wear a shirt and still be a turkey." With that, the two of them put on shirts. After a while, he signaled them again, and they threw him a pair of pants. And just as before, he said, "What makes you think that you can't be a turkey if you wear pants?" The sage continued in this manner until they were both completely dressed. Then he signaled again, and they were given regular food from the table. Again the sage said, "What makes you think that you will stop being a turkey if you eat good food?" "You can eat whatever you want and still be a turkey." They both ate the food. Finally, the sage said, "What makes you think a turkey must sit under the table? Even a turkey can sit at the table." The sage continued in this manner until the prince was completely cured. So that's the story. And like I said, it was short. But this story really packs a punch. If you haven't seen the analogous yet, if you haven't been able to work out the analogous, this is really a powerful story about really how devastating the depravity that can be caused when you're in a state of depression that you just can't get yourself out of. And moreover, the level of compassion it takes to bring someone back really from the brink of this mishigas of thinking. I mean, can you imagine that you've lost all hope? You're not even feeling like a mensch. You've lost all hope, and that you're feeling of all things, like this turkey under the table, naked, the madness that you're suffering. It's a very devastating thing. And for anyone that's gone through this rodeo of sadness and depression, once you get yourself out of it, it's still something that you always have to be on guard for. And I think in this day and age, many people have to be on guard for this depression, because there's times in your life where you're going to go through something and it's going to put you in a state. There's a difference. There really is a difference between brokenheartedness and depression. And, there are things that we go through in life sometimes, and it is a reasonable and appropriate response to be sad in that moment. It's when we're staying in that sadness that kind of becomes the issue. And that, there's this beautiful story that the Torah tells about Abraham when he was burying Sarah, and the eulogy kind of gets interrupted, and he goes on to do other things, and it almost seems weird, like, what happened to the eulogy? What happened? That's it. He was done mourning everything they went through, and it's over. And that's not really what's going on. Abraham knew that this is the Yetzirah coming in, and like all of us, I think when something happens, when a tragedy happens, I think it can be very easy to entertain the Yetzirah and questioning Hashem's ways and his motives. And it really can be dangerous, because at this point we can start to begin to bring complaints about the way Hashem is running the world, has v'shalom. And again, this is a very dangerous place. and it really can lead a person into despair. So this is a great story about having compassion. And again, you know, always, you have to be learning, and you have to smile, and you have to laugh, and you have to dance, even through the toughest of times. I really hope that I don't have to keep getting a firsthand lesson in this area. But I got to tell you, there's something that is so spiritual about simcha and joy that I can't even begin to tell you how swiftly it will sweeten any harsh and negative decree, lo aleno, that you should never be in that place. Please, I'm telling you, I can't even explain all of it, but I'm telling you, there's something about being in a state of simcha. Even when you don't understand it, just do it. I'm telling you, there's something about it. It does put on a light. I can't explain it, but it's very wonderful. And Rebbe Nachman is tremendously wonderful. So grateful to Hashem, and grateful for Hashem to bringing this story to me. So grateful for everything that Rebbe Nachman's been through, and that he was able to come back and just teach us how to access this light. And it's just a wonderful thing. Great secrets. I'm reading this story out of the book of Rebbe Nachman's stories, which is a wonderful sefer. A lot of deep stuff in there, and really I encourage anyone and everyone to get a copy of it if you can. But again, I just want to wish everyone, like I always do, hatzlacha in your journey and fixing all those things about your midot. I wish you all a lot. It takes so much koyak to get close to Hashem, that He should just bring you with such an open hand, with such love, and put people around you who are always helping you to grow. And as always, I just want to thank everyone again for tuning in, and I really hope to be together with you guys again soon. Thanks. All the best.